So here we are, now the fun starts with our beautiful Chippendale sofa that we found here on the streets of Arlington. And the very first thing I'm going to show you that I'm going to do is I removed the tag, the old tag, H. Shenning and Sons, right here from Arlington. Probably we estimate about 80 or 90 years ago this was made. And we're going to save this, and we're going to put the old with the new, which is us, the Upholstery on Broadway, a Broadway Upholstery School also. But how times have changed, right guys? Look at this. From old-fashioned, probably yellow page advertising, word of mouth, to a YouTube channel and all these Facebook, Twitter, Yelp, all kinds of social media that we use today. So H. Shenning and Sons was a great local company. Everybody knew them locally in Massachusetts, probably in eastern Massachusetts. But we are known worldwide. No brag, just fact. It's just because of the way the advertising is done today and how the world has exploded with social media. I think this represents the good part of social media, right? So I'm really excited that after I'm done, I'm going to take old and new and I'm going to put it back on the sofa so that people have a sense of the history of the piece. So let's get going and stripping this down. If you've watched my YouTube videos, you know that what I do is I'm a restorative upholsterer. So what I do is I try to use the best of what's left in a piece of furniture, pretty much this is what it means, and then add my own to it. So I'm thrilled so far to see, I tipped this over and I saw a very, very well-made spring system. They're not using the jute webbing, but they've used something really that's almost impossible for me to take off. It's this belt. They call it like a belt webbing, but I don't object to it. I think it's a great webbing because I look at the top of the springs. It's still 8-way tie perfectly, so the seat on this is in good shape. So I'm gonna enhance it with more cotton, fresh cotton. But I think that's it. I just wanted to show you this. Also, on this leg, there's an old repair. And sometimes old repairs you don't want to mess with. Excuse me. So old repairs sometimes just add to the history of the piece. So what I see, they used a really strong epoxy. So I was checking it out, saying that the leg doesn't move. So there's nothing wrong with the repair right now. You probably create more damage than taking it apart than you would, and then re-gluing it than you would just leaving it. So I'm going to leave it. There was a little decorative piece that broke off while I was stripping it, so I just attached that back on. But I think it's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this back up to show you the top of the seat. Talk a little bit more and then continue with my work. I'm just going to bring this up like this. I'm really kind of excited about the quality that I see here. And also, after I took it apart, I see what I suspected was a really solid hardwood frame too, you guys. So whoever's going to purchase this is going to get a really good piece. So what we do have in the front, though, we're going to have to do a little repair work here. I'm just going to lift this up. I'm going to take this off right here because the cotton has split. So we're going to take that off just to take a look at what's going on underneath. So we have a little rip here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this up. Underneath here is in perfect shape. I really like it. I can see from the other side that it's perfect. But along our front edge, which is a wire edge, we have a little bit of a rip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another piece of burlap along here. So guys, I'm really happy with the way the seat is restored pretty much with that piece of burlap I put in there, hand stitched piece of burlap, because there was a little bit of a hole I didn't like. The cotton is in good shape because it was been covered. So we know the history of this piece. I wanted to mention that too. It was sitting in a house here in East Arlington for so long, and it kept in pretty much like a vacuum. So we're really happy with the way it's been preserved. So I'm trying to keep, like I said before, as much as I can. So my goal here is, I'm going to do the legs now, just to show you what we can do to restore them. Very simple, Old English staying. I'm going to see just how good this will work on this. Let's just, you know what we're going to do. We're going to take our toothbrush afterwards and just go in between here. But right now, so I'm really happy with the stain cover on this. We don't want to be too aggressive, you guys, with this. I'm going to go to this leg. This is the leg that was repaired a long time ago, and they used, you can see the epoxy up here that they use, which will be covered. But I'm going to go right up to that epoxy with this. So that will be covered with the fabric, so I'm not worried near the top. So just hold on one second. I'm going to get a toothbrush to see if I can just get that little piece there. And see if I can get in there with that. Then if you want, you could take a little touch-up stick and actually finish the job. You can go right in here in that groove. I'm just gonna... I'm really happy with the way this is cleaning up. You know, this Old English stain is great. I'm gonna do this leg. Take all the old dust off. 90 years of dust in there, and then kind of go in between here with the brush. Try to be a little aggressive inside that hand. Nice hand carved wood here. Look at that. Really does a good job. Go back here. Fill in a little bit there. Wow, I'm really happy with that. I have my paper towels ready. I'm just going to wipe the excess off. Look at that, you guys. Take a close up of that leg, Patrick. Look how nice that is. That's a mahogany leg. It brings it right back to life, you guys. It's like new. It's better than new. Got the patina on it. So just this piece right here, we're just gonna, there we go. Right up there. I'm just going to quickly do the back legs. The back legs are straight, they're a lot easier, you guys. So at this point, you guys, I just wanted to review what I've done. I repaired a little bit more on that leg, but it's an old repair. We want to keep it because the epoxy that's used is really good. It's really hard to take that leg off, but it's fine, it's perfect. I touched up the legs. I'm really happy with the patina that I achieved with the legs. I got all that dust off, and I might do it again by the time we're done. But I have the fabric off, the old fabric off the seat, and I did some repair work. I'm really happy with the way H. Cheney had done the seat springs. They're still in excellent shape. They don't need anything. So at this point, instead of taking the old fabric off the back, what we're going to be doing is the next step is going to be upholstering. Actually, adding some cotton to the seat and the deck, freshen it up a little bit, and then taking the cover, upholstering it, and then taking the cover off the inside arms and the inside back and upholstering those as we go. Now, I'm using the same type of technique. I'll evaluate each one of these arms, so I take the fabric off to make sure to see what it needs. It might need to be rewebbed, I don't know. Repick the horsehair, whatever, we'll do it. And then upholster the arms, and then take the back off, analyze that to see, and then upholster if it's in good shape or not. If it needs the springtime, we'll do that. And then upholster that, and then we're ready for our outsides and our cushions. That's all.